So my question, जैसा कि इन्होंने कहा कि अभी हमने करना है, so social media being my field of expertise, I mean, this is what I would, from where I would want to think and come. How do you think we can take your message forward on social media, and what part of your work can we concentrate on to take it to people?
I'll tell you, social media is the only support I have, because mainstream media, this is my 5th book, they always ignore my books unless they want to attack me. In fact, the Hindu newspaper has never reviewed any book of mine, चाहे negative भी हो, चाहे positive भी हो, कुछ तो लिखो, but we always send our books, publishers send to all these people, they ignore it. But suddenly they attack me as a front page, as if I'm a well-known person, worthy attacking on the front page. So, and when I write to them, I want, could I have a right to rebuttal? उसका जवाब ही नहीं आया. I talked to Ravi, who's N. Ram's brother, and he's the good guy out of the two. So I was told, and he's a nice man. I met him actually. He met his wife. His wife is very, very nice. Extremely nice. They're very decent people, the two of them. But they don't have the power right now. So he was very nice, and he referred it to his niece, Malini, who just resigned. Yeah. Completely gone case, in the sense, no sense of fairness. Itni arrogance, would not even consider replying to a genuine take, that they have genuine case, that they have defamed me, they're writing all kind of rubbish and horrible things and total lies. Come as come, I should be able to give the facts. And you expect such a newspaper to do that. So, not only they refused, when they refused, they did not write to me saying we have refused. They wrote an article in the newspaper that we are exercising our editorial discretion to disallow Rajiv Malhotra from writing a response. Newspaper में उन्होंने छापा कि इसको हमने क्यों reject किया है, उसको rational करने के लिए newspaper में छापा. Not even मेरे को जवाब ही नहीं दिया, कभी अभी तक जवाब नहीं मिला. So it was coming out. I announced it. They did not want this book out, so they started attacking me. The personal level of integrity being attacked, and so. They had 250 signatures from very important people, Indologists, scholars, bright, well-known, important, good scholar type people. जो leftist हैं उनके ऊपर तरफ थे, Westerners भी, Indians भी, and some of my supporters wrote a counter petition, and we got 11,000 signatures because of social media. Social media. One of them was you. And you also retweeted, and many others signed. Okay. So I'm very grateful. So Joe, I'm just giving you examples that I wouldn't be here. This book wouldn't even be out if it were not for social media, because पुराने ज़माने में ये था, I mean not पुराने ज़माने, just a little short while back, that you could do badnami, you could prevent the person from responding, then you lobby with the publisher, the managing director कि आपको भी badnami होगी, and those people would say, okay, चलो निकाल the book को, throw it away, why bother? We don't want to take a risk of our career. But social media told the publishing people that if you were to take action against this book and ban the books, तो और तरह और problem होगी तुम्हारे लिए. So don't think that the easy way out is to ban his books. That is actually going to make it much worse for you. And I could argue that only by showing to them कि जब भी मेरे को कोई attack करता है, social media they give 100 responses. So the social media has been the only reason I can even exist and continue to do my work as a scholar. So therefore, what I would like is that we need to do more of this. But I also want to suggest, a lot of our social media followers, my supporters, are actually helping the other side, because a very unknown person on a very silly reason starts making some noise or allegation. उसको retweet करके importance बढ़ती है. One should also know when to ignore. When to ignore, block the person so his popularity doesn't go up, and not tag me or my publisher and bring them in. That's actually what he wants. He wants कि जो उसने बदनामी शुरू किया है, खूब सारे हमारे लोग भी उसको फैलाएं. We should actually ignore him, and if we want to blast him, we can blast such a person, but don't tag people like me or my publishers or other important people, because they don't like to be dragged in, and then they think the whole thing is a big mess, it's mudslinging, they don't want to be involved in it. एक तो इग्नोर करना और ब्लॉक करना भी चाहिए, और जब जवाब देते हैं, जब when the reply is given, it should be with decency, dignity. It should be something that you're never going to be embarrassed of saying. You should keep your cool and answer in a very intelligent way. तो ऐसे होना चाहिए. So we need good writers. It's not enough to just have 140 character vocabulary. One should be able to write blogs. यदि पूरा ब्लॉग नहीं लिखना तो कम से कम कमेंट्स तो लिख दो. If there is a negative article, उसके नीचे कमेंट लिखने चाहिए उसके बारे में. If it's a positive article, उसको डिफेंड करना चाहिए ब्लॉग्स को. So how for tweeting is one level, Facebook is one level, but then also writing comments on the blogs very actively. We must be doing that and putting pressure on the publisher who's publishing nonsense. Right now, there is a very nonsensical article today in Swarajya. Swarajya has been sort of taken over by some mixed up investors who joined from Singapore or something, I'm told. So this article alleges that I'm attacking Vivekananda, which is so stupid, because my whole book, Indra's Net, is the 500-page defense of Vivekananda. There is no other book like that has defended him. In fact, Ramakrishna Mission has written great praise for my book. They've invited me to talk about it, and they also invited me to, I was one of the only outsiders from their community to be invited to write a major article in the 150th anniversary Swami Vivekananda and official book of the Ramakrishna Mission, which was released by the President of India in Rashtrapati Bhavan. I was one of the few people who wrote an article in it. So somebody, I don't know his name, but somebody wrote an article in Swarajya without checking the facts. They published it. Completely silly, out of context quote, yahan se nikal ke. So you see, this kind of thing happens. Now, luckily, a lot of people who support me have also written a lot of comments there to tell the Swarajya people, what is this nonsense? So this has to be done. And then, when I was in this all this is being done in the middle of my tour, when I should not take my time off to respond to silly things like that. When I was in my tour in Bangalore, at the last minute, and the two busiest days of my, one day we had 2 events, one day we had 3 events, Swarajya organized with the same Singapore investor of theirs, a 2-day workshop inviting many of the writers who actually learned all these things from me over the years. Many of the writers, many of the people who were working for me or have been in dialogue with me, inviting them to a workshop to talk about exactly the same topics from their point of view and keeping me totally out of it. And then telling me when the social media said, why are you doing this? Then coming up with some excuse ki, oh, we did not know he's here, we could not coordinate. But of course they knew. And some of these people, they're flown from overseas at their cost also. So some kind of ये हमारे country में, हमारे समाज में ऐसे है, this tendency to bring down somebody to our own people. And you know, it's so easy for our people to go and sponsor some of my opponents. Very easily sponsoring some of these opponents and then pretending हमको पता नहीं था what's going on. So you know, our people are also very confused. I would like, just like Sanskrit Bharati, I would like a workshop with them. I would also like if you would or somebody would organize a workshop for social media people. We should have a 1-day workshop of strategies, what to do. Yeah. So maybe next time I'm here, we can do a workshop for people who are in social media, do's and don'ts, closed door mein, where we can talk more openly on what to do, who to avoid, who to be friends with, all of that. So I'm very happy you asked the question. Thank you so much. Thank you.